One shot. You get one shot to make it. Hard work, dedication, a lot of patience. One opportunity, so go ahead and take it. Never back down, keep grinding, we gon' make it. We will never stop, we got our eyes on the prize. We never compromise the truth or live a lie, cause when them trials come, they just make us stronger. Yeah, we get burned, but the pain increase our hunger. Never will we fold when the pressure we are under.
Right,
and every time we
welcome
win,
back to the One Shot Audio Experience. You know what it is? Today, we have the first Players Edition episode of the One Shot Audio Experience. So we got Brent Davis, the starting point guard of Miramar High School, in the building. And I'm going to explain these Players Editions episodes real quick here, because these next couple of weeks we're going to spotlight a couple of athletes, local basketball players in the area in South Florida, whether that be Broward, whether that be Palm Beach, whether that be Miami. We're trying to showcase the talent that we have in South Florida. And why not start it off with a one-shot athlete, being Brent Davis. And we're going to try to get high school basketball season is probably, I would say, about 4 or 5 weeks away. A lot of teams are in their fall leagues right now, but those are kind of just, scrimmages for the most part. But official basketball season is going to start basically here in mid-November. So we want to get about 3 or 4 different basketball players on the show before the season starts and just kind of pick their brains. We want to see a little bit. We want to hear a little bit about them, about their story, about what makes them so special, about specifically today about Brent Davis and how he got to be one of the top basketball players in Broward County. So I'm going to tell you guys now a little bit about Brent, and then we'll kick it off. We'll go into the show. Brent is, like I said, the starting point guard for Miramar High School. His travel basketball team is SOH Elite. He averaged last year as a junior 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He stands about 6'2". Again, he's the class of 2020. And last year he was first team all-county representing for Broward. And he was noticed in the Sun Sentinel, and he was noticed in the Miami Herald, first team all-county. He has some big goals he wants to accomplish this year. You guys will hear about that. You'll hear about where he's committing to for college. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Sit back and let's bring in Brent, my guy. What up, baby?
What's up, Coach? Thank you for having me here today.
Pleasure to have you in here, Brent. Let's hear a little bit about your story, how you grew up, where you're from, all that kind of stuff.
I grew up in an apartment with my mom, my brother, and my stepdad. I've been there all my life.
In Miramar? You living in Miramar?
I lived in Miramar since I was like a kid, like young.
Okay. How old are you right now?
I'm 18.
All right, and you said you have a brother, right? How old is your brother?
Brother, he's 19. He's going on 20 in October.
Okay, he plays basketball too?
Yeah, he plays basketball at Johnson & Wales University in Rhode Island.
Johnson & Wales in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
So it's a different Johnson & Wales?
Yeah.
Because they have a Johnson & Wales down here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so, I had a brother back in the, I still have a brother, obviously. But, we were very competitive when we were growing up, not only playing basketball, but playing all kinds of sports. But we're talking about basketball specifically here. We used to play like one-on-one in our front yard. Had some pretty good games back in the day. My brother was like a shifty kind of basketball player, had pretty good handles, a nice shot, whereas I was, more of the shooter. I was a little bit bigger than him. Did you and your brother have any kind of battles playing one-on-one or maybe 5-on-5 with other people? With that brotherly love type feel?
Yeah, for sure we did. We always used to play one-on-ones. We used to go we beat the Richmond Center. That's by Miramar. He always beat me, but like now it's like I will win. You know, I'm good. I'm better now. I'm a better player. But on the 505s, like when me and him on opposite teams, like I go at him, he go at me, and if we're on the same team, and if I see he's like not playing as hard as I am, I'll tell him. I'll get on him about that.
Nice. So do you know his game? What's his game?
His game is like more rebounding and like slashing to the basket, getting layups and passing the ball. Can't really shoot like that. He can't.
Nah, he's not a shooter.
Nah.
Nice. So, tell us about. Let's go into basketball right now. You say you're a basketball player for Miramar High School. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your game. What are some strengths? What are some weaknesses to Brent Davis's basketball game?
My strengths are shooting. A lot of people say I shoot the ball extremely good.
Yeah.
Get into the basket, I finish very well. And my weaknesses is like dribbling the ball.
Why would you say it's dribbling the ball? You say you're a point guard. I mean, I've seen you dribble. You can handle that ball pretty well.
It's not like solely like dribbling. It's like making like point guard decisions,
Okay.
like turnovers and stuff.
Basketball IQ type stuff.
Something like that. Yeah.
You say you struggle with that a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah. So where can you improve? Where can you improve there? I mean, watching film, kind of studying yourself with your game and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then like in practice, I have played defense for like an hour,
Right.
an hour in defense. So it's like I'm on the ball most of the time. So that also makes me get better.
Right. Nice. So weaknesses. What do you need to improve on?
Well,
You said dribbling. Anything else? Like, let's talk about like basically you go into the next level. Where do you think you need to improve weakness wise at the college level? So you want to play college basketball, I'm assuming. What have maybe coaches told you specifically that you need to work on getting better at?
Coaches, they told me I need to work on my lateral movement, like on defense, and then shooting the ball like at a high level. I mean, they say I shoot the ball good, but like I can always get better.
Shooting the ball, is that off the dribble or shooting the ball kind of more stationary type shooting? What would you say shooting wise? I mean, everything, obviously, we're all trying. There's obviously something, in basketball that, you got to improve on every day. But, some guys are better shooters stationary. You have, that stationary shooter's main job is to obviously shoot that ball. What are you specifically, when you go out and practice, are you practicing more of that stationary shooting? Is that what they want to see? Or are they looking for more of the shoot that ball off the dribble, one dribble, two dribble pull up, 3-point shooting? What is it? What does they want to see?
They talk to me about like 3-point shooting, like stationary.
Okay.
I feel like.
Where's the hot spot for you on the floor?
Hot spot, I would say corners, the 2 corners,
Corners?
in the middle.
You like that? You like the corners there?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you try to play to those. Do you try to play to those corners in your game? Do you try to get to your spots in the game?
Yeah. Well, like.
How is the offense like set up? Let's say like we're at Miramar. What's kind of like the offensive set? Are they running plays for you? Or are you more in trying to create for your team and set up the offense and create for other guys?
Well, our offense is 5 out.
Okay.
The ball is like usually thrown to me so I can like get a bucket. So
right.
Like the plays are ran through me. So
okay. So you set up the offense and you get everybody where they're supposed to be, and you're pretty much the main creator, right? You're creating for the team. You're creating the offense type thing, and you're setting everybody up. Yeah. So that requires leadership right there, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure Coach T, wants you to maybe take that bigger step with a leadership type role, kind of getting your guys engaged, not only in practices but in the games, getting them set up where they're supposed to be. Have you made kind of like a step in the right direction with your leadership role from maybe like freshman year? Because I know, did you play You played varsity your freshman year, right? You
Yeah.
played varsity his freshman year. You know, what's kind of like your leadership role changed since maybe like a freshman year, sophomore, junior, senior? Like, you've obviously had to take a bigger step in that regards and have a bigger role vocally talking amongst the team. You know, how has that changed?
So freshman and sophomore year, I wasn't really like a leader. I was like coming off the bench. And we was an older team, so I was like always the youngest, so I didn't really like the word to say anything. But like if I see something, I'll just tell them. But coming into my junior year, I had to come off the bench to start. I had to be a leader. I would say it was kind of hard to be a leader because I never like had that role before.
Right.
But going into my senior year now, I feel like I became like a better captain.
Right.
You know, leading the young kids on my team.
Right. And you know, that's what coaches, especially when you get to that senior year, that's what coaches are looking for. Your coach specifically, Coach T, he's going to need that from you. I think you guys had a pretty young team last year, but now that I would say a lot of the guys are more experienced, they know what they're doing, right? Am I right in that sense? That, you know, he needs you to be that guy to get the guys going, get them where they need to be, and have that offense flowing correctly. Because if that offense is flowing well and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you guys are going to score and you're going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
So for you specifically, I follow you on social media, and I know you love the game of basketball. Obviously, it's been very apparent since day one, since you and I had met back when you were a freshman. You came and you started training with me and with One Shot, and I knew at that point that you had a different kind of work ethic than a lot of these other players. You were very motivated, and you still are to this day, self-motivated. That's huge. That's a huge component for any kind of basketball player if they want to succeed, not only at the high school level, but at that college level and at that professional level. You got to be able to motivate yourself. So take us through, you know, what it's like. We just finished up with summer here, the summer of 2019. Take us through a little day in the life of Brent Davis. What it's like waking up in the morning and then going to sleep. What's your routine like from whenever that time is that you wake up, and then give it to us. When do you go to bed? All that kind of stuff. Where you playing basketball? You practicing? Going to the gym? Let us know a little bit.
So summer 19, it was huge. I had to transition my body. I had to go. I was at 170 to start off the summer, and now I'm at 185.
So you were hitting the weights.
Yeah.
You realized you had to put on some weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on my summer days was like I had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym, make 500 shots.
Make 500 shots. I love it.
And then we go eat breakfast. And then we come back, we do the camp with the kids. We didn't have to do the camp with the kids. We just, if we wanted to, we can.
It was optional, mandatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you did the camp with the kids. That was.
And then that was from 9 to 3.
Okay.
And then, so after that, we were going to weight room.
Okay, so that weight room was what, 3:30 to 4:30?
Yeah.
Something like that for an hour or so.
Yeah, and then we have individuals, like coach would like work us out.
Right, one-on-one individuals.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was at what time?
That would be from what time?
Say like five to 6, something like that.
5 to 6.
5 to 6.
And then we'd go home, and then after that, I was still looking to like go to the gym, like find open runs.
Okay, what gym?
Most likely like 24.
24 hour.
Yeah, and I was just stayed there till like 1 o'clock in the morning. But my brother was home, so.
Wow, you said 1 o'clock in the morning after being up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But at the same time, that you have to almost be, crazy to a sense your routine's got to be abnormal. It can't be like everybody else. Like, you got to be putting in work when other people are sleeping, or when other people are doing other things like playing video games, or whatever else. Like, if this is what you truly want to do, basketball is something you truly want, then you have to spend a good amount of time. You have to put the reps in, you got to put the work in, and it's every single day, right?
Yeah.
It's day after day type thing. So that's phenomenal, man. That really is. What would you say, has it changed? I mean, obviously we're in school now. What's like a normal school day like? Do you still get up at 6 a.m.? Are you still kind of trying to get some shots in before school, after school? What's that looking like?
Well, I haven't done it this year yet, but usually I'll get up at like 5 and get to the school by like 5:30. The JV coach will be there. He does weights. Well, while he's lifting weights, he'll let us go in the gym and shoot. I mean, I haven't done it this year yet because I'm still trying to get acclimated with my schoolwork. Okay. But eventually, I'm gonna start doing it. So it'll be like from like 6 to 7. Try to get like 100 to 200 shots like made, and then I'll head out to class right after, and then after we have study hall. Right after school, 2:40, we have study hall, and then after study hall we go on the track, do our conditioning, and then we hit the weights, and then we have our practice right after weights, and then depending on, like, right now we're in the fall league, so after our practice we head out to the fall league.
Man.
Yeah, that's a
That's
lot.
No, that's what it takes, man. To be honest, it's basketball. It's that's what's gonna happen when you get to college. So getting yourself, you already have that kind of routine that you're in. It's gonna transition over very well once you get into college. It is a lot. What he is saying is, sometimes it can be too much for guys, and sometimes it's too much to handle. But, again, Brent has a mindset that he wants to play at the next level, and he's willing to do almost whatever it takes for him to get to that next level. So he's got to do conditioning, right? He's got to get up. He's got to get his ball handling in. He's got to get his shots in. He knows that's what it takes. So he's willing to make that sacrifice and do it, man. I love it. That's what I'm all about, man. I love hearing stories like that. What are some of your personal goals this year? Like, personal meaning you specifically, then we'll talk about like team goals. I want to know like your senior year goals. Last year you were first team all county in Broward. What's the goal this year? You have a Broward goal?
This year I'm trying to get Broward Player of the Year, 7-8 Player of the Year, 1,000 career points.
1,000 career points. Where you at?
So I think somewhere around 400. I have to look on Max Prep.
Okay.
Sure. I know it's like around 400. Trying to get, last year I was third team all state, but this year I'm trying to be on the first team.
So first team all county, third team all state.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm looking at Florida Mr. Basketball too.
Florida Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Glad you have, some personal goals kind of laid out for yourself for this year. What would you say some team goals are for Miramar? What do we want to accomplish as a team?
As a team, the ultimate goal is states. Is like after we finish practice, our chance are Hawaii State champs on 3.
Nice.
So we gonna win in states. We went my sophomore year, and we failed. We lost to Wellington.
Okay.
But
Wellington was that with Trent Frazier back in the day?
Nah, he graduated
the year before.
But
okay.
they were still good.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, team, and then how about long term? Like, college. What's like your college plan? Are you being recruited? I think you're being recruited. Say the schools that you're being recruited by. If you're committing to a school, you can tell us that. If not, don't tell us that. It's up to you. And then, obviously, if you want to play in the league, and maybe some goals after basketball? Like, what do you want to do after basketball type thing?
All right. I have interest from FAMU, Rider University. I have my offer from the Citadel College.
Nice.
I'm committed to Citadel.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. He says he's committed to Citadel.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. So he's committed to Citadel. How about, life after Citadel? Continuing that, everything, God willing, you stay healthy, you continue improving your game. Is NBA, professional basketball overseas, is that something that you are looking into, or that's a huge goal of yours?
The main goal is the NBA.
All right.
But if I have to go overseas, I'll do it.
Yep.
And a chance to play pro basketball. Not too many people have a chance to do that. So.
Awesome, man. And how about anything? Have you thought about anything besides basketball? Like, what do you in school? What piques your interest type thing? What would you want to do if it wasn't for basketball?
If I wasn't playing basketball, I'd do athletic training.
Okay.
Nice. Like into like all that stuff.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I knew for me, if I didn't play basketball, I knew I wanted to do something with sports. So when I was growing up, it was like, all right, if I'm not playing basketball, I want to be like an announcer. I want to be on ESPN calling games and stuff like that. So I knew I was going to do something with sports. I just didn't know specifically what I wanted to do. All right, let's talk about Broward County basketball, baby. Some Broward County basketball. We'll get into it. Who poses the biggest threat to Miramar High School this year? Which team? Who's in your district? Do you know your district now? Because we switched it up. We don't have the same district as last year.
I mean, I know it's in a district, but we don't play no district teams. I think that's just how the schedule is this year. But Broward basketball, I feel like nobody has a threat to us.
So you guys,
I'm very confident with my team.
Right. You guys got some good players. I've seen through Team Breakdown, a couple of them played, Deshaun and Fahim.
Yeah.
And yourself, you guys got some potential. So it's basically you guys beating yourself is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. So besides yourself, who do you think is the best player in Broward County? Hey, put him on the spot.
I would say my boy Wes. I used to play with him back in 9th grade.
Okay, Wes.
He was in 8th grade. I was in 9th grade.
Wes who?
Wesley Cardette.
Okay. Yeah. Wesley Cardette from what school?
Northeast High School.
From Northeast High School. They're gonna be a nice team this year. I mean, nice. They got the two twins over there. They got Wes. They got Tyreek, I think, from Ely. Yeah, they'll be nice. So we'll see. I don't know if you guys play them. Do you guys play them?
Yeah,
this year on they're on their schedule? Ooh. Yeah. Might need to go out to that game. Hey, that'll be fun. All right, we're going to hit you with a speed round here. All right? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. College basketball or NBA basketball? What do you like better?
NBA.
NBA basketball. Me too. Favorite player in the league right now, currently?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hey, I love Giannis too. I love his game. MVP, baby. He's MVP. I mean, for me, he needs to improve his shot a little bit, but that's not who he is. Like, he's a slasher. He gets to the rim. I mean, he gets to the rim from the free throw line. I mean, the guy's jumping from the free throw line like nothing. He just stretches out there and he's at the rim. I love his game, man. I do. I think he's going to be the face of the league for years to come.
Yes.
Who does your game most resemble? Who?
I don't know.
I say I don't know. Dame Dalla? Anybody point guard wise? Who can you think of? In the league right now, Kemba, Kyrie. Nah. What What are you thinking?
I would say, one guy that play defense and like he shoots.
Pat Beverly?
No,
He said, nah.
defense not like that.
Defense not like that.
But I'll say,
Ooh. He said, want to say pass?
yeah,
He said pass.
pass.
Okay. All right. So, who is your favorite player ever? Last question. Favorite basketball player ever?
LeBron James.
LeBron James, the king. All right. I'm a Dwayne Wade guy. Obviously, LeBron's up there. I would say definitely LeBron over Kobe.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Hey. All right. We're going to hit you with the last two questions here. I want you to go in depth with this one and tell us really just why you love the game of basketball. That's the question. Why do you love basketball? What's so amazing about this sport that, has you playing it 24/7, has you up at 6 a.m., has you going until 1 a.m. in the morning? Why do you love basketball so much?
I love basketball so much. It's the best sport in the world. Like I don't know why somebody wouldn't want to play basketball, but I mean, it started in the 4th grade when I finished playing soccer. I picked up a basketball, and like I just loved it ever since. I just loved playing it. I couldn't stop playing.
So it's just kind of like an addiction for the most part. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. So I would say for you think it's like art, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you're with that basketball, it's like you're making sweet love to the basketball. Like I'm gonna put it in like terms like that, but it's like poetry in motion type thing. It's such a beautiful sport when you have that ball in your hand, or when somebody's gliding to the rim to dunk. Man, it's fun to watch. It's fun to be a part of. Having a relationship with your teammates, and they become your brothers. I think that's what makes kind of the love of the game of basketball, so unique.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, last question, Brent. One thing you would tell maybe like a middle schooler or like a freshman or like a sophomore, a young basketball player, what's one thing you would say that they need to do to, get to kind of like where you are? What's something that you would give advice, some kind of advice to them, that they can use today?
I would just say it's hard, but you just gotta do it. If you really want to play at the next level, if you want to go to a Division I college or want to go pro, you just have to do it. It's hard. There's days you want to quit.
Right.
I had some of those days.
Right.
I wanted to quit and never play the sport again, but those be the best type of days because you have the hunger to come back another day to play the same sport. So,
You gotta believe in yourself, right? You gotta believe in your abilities, and just take everything, one day at a time, really.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, you're gonna have those good days where you're, super high. Maybe you came off a high-scoring game, and then you have the games where you played poorly. Maybe your shot's not falling. You're lacking confidence. There's gonna be those good days. There's gonna be those bad days, and you just gotta keep moving on to the next day. And what I tell everybody is continue to just get 1% better, every day.
Yeah.
Just get 1% better, because by the end of a year, you have gotten 365% better there. And, just believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, and, block out what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
It's all about, it's all about you. You can't think about what everybody else is doing, because then you'll start comparing yourself to them. You just got to worry, hey, am I doing enough? Right? Am I doing what I got to be doing? And that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Right? All right, man. Well, it was a pleasure, Brent. It was a pleasure having you on, man. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us, talking some basketball. We're looking forward to watching you play this year, watching Miramar play. Say hello to Coach T for me, for sure. And best of luck to you. Best of luck to you moving forward, not only this year but in years to come, man. I'm always here for you, and I look forward to watching you play, bro. So I appreciate you coming in here, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having me again. All right.
Yes, sir.